welcome back. My sister got a puppy a few months ago, and I don't want to say this because it sounds quite sad, but I think I forgot what true love is. It's wild. It really is. I recommend if no one's ever had a dog like me, in our family, no dogs, we couldn't be trusted. Please get one. It's crazy the effect that it will have on people. Not, pushing aside how he changes yourself. More, I'm talking about getting a dog for how he affects your social credit score. Honestly, I've never had women smile at me on the street. Really, it's weird. Sometimes you smile at someone, they smile back. Usually they are over 65 and need help with something. But just women in general, you go around smiling at them, you'll quickly find yourself in a padded cell. You can't compare the effect that he has on people to anything other than a 5-month old baby. And even then, Scout trumps that. Listen, you tell me who you'd rather breastfeed. Ah! It's actually quite an eye opener on how mighty I have fallen from being a young boy. I was under the impression that I was quite approachable, to be honest. I walk around with a grin on my face. All right. Now I think I need to get my shit together. I think most men can relate to feeling forgotten about as you grow up. And that's just the way it is, guys. All right. You got to provide a little bit of value to get your name on the team sheet. But listen, no one cares about you up until someone needs to be sacrificed. Then you're a hero. So enjoy it while it lasts. I picked Scout up the other day, right? And I carried him for a short while. And strangers were looking at me as if I was holding up the answers. Honestly. Men, women, their jaws were on the floor. I cannot explain it. It almost felt godlike. And then I went to the shop without him. And I came crashing down. I felt like a woman that just turned 25. Seeing this little dude is everyone's favorite part of their day. They emit happiness that starts to get a little bit annoying after 3 people, but it is a beautiful thing. It's so clear the way he makes people feel. I don't think I make anyone this happy, and I don't think I probably ever will. Not this noticeably anyway. You get to a certain age as a man, and it gets a lot easier to scare people than to make them happy. And for some, they only need the sun to set. I do try and do my bit for the younger males out there. On Halloween, when boys come to my door dressed up, after I give them and their friends Snickers bars filled with razor blades, I get down on one knee. And I say, boys, listen, all the adults in your life are lying to you. They're not frightened of you, all right? You're not scary. And this upsets them. They've spent 20 minutes putting on a Hulk costume. They want to freak people out. Give it 20 years, lads, and you won't even have to put on a costume to frighten people. For 4 out of 5 of you, it will be a 24/7 problem that you will have to deal with. And they love it until they turn 18 and nobody wants to make eye contact with them. Teenagers, they like to say, "Oh, I'm him. I'm him." Hey, soon it'll be, "That's him. Yeah, that's the man that exposed himself to me in the park." It's a battle. Listen, you need to sharpen up. It's dark outside. You walk a little bit too eagerly behind somebody and you give off the impression that you're about to rape them. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. And you've got to be aware of that. And it's weird to grow up when you're so young, everyone looks at you like you're perfect. And then it slowly gets eroded away until you start to question if you are even that perfect. And then you realize that you're not even great or good or average. You're actually pretty below average. And you probably don't even deserve to breathe oxygen. Right? But Scout is none of these things. Playful, just beautiful. I was walking him earlier. and he slipped, right? And he fell over. I didn't know dogs could be clumsy. He fell like a human, like something with 4 legs to slip. Something must have seriously gone wrong. It kind of gave me the ick. But, he dusted himself off, and I regained a little bit of respect for him later on in the day. Everyone calls him a good boy, but I do not know. We never had dogs growing up, so the jury is still out. I had pets, though. I had snakes, lizards, rabbits, even stick insects, right? But none of them give you the sort of love that a dog does. It's so magical. I had a budgie as well, and that little fucker didn't even remember my name. And it was hard to be interested in him when he's not even putting effort in the relationship. Scout, bro, really respects me, and it's nice to finally meet someone that recognizes real. He sees that I'm an alpha male, that, is a little bit soft-tempered and doesn't always need to bark. But he has a serious bite inside him that will be brought out one day, and everyone will pay. And just pets kind of suck, and it makes me think that you're a retard if you have pets that aren't a dog or a cat while you're over the age of 18. Sorry, I don't know what else to say. Well, if I go around to someone's house and they have a snake and they are 30, you're kind of a loser. I don't know what to say. I don't know what the fuck enjoyment you get out of snakes. Because, trust me, I had them. They are fucking boring. I think when I was younger, I had just so much love in me. And I wanted a pet just to be my bro. No more lone wolf. I want a partner in crime. I always wanted a younger brother as well, someone that I could teach how to kill bees and make insects fight each other. And I remember my parents, when I was a kid, they lied and said they were expecting. I think they thought it would make me kill myself, but I knew enough about the female reproductive system to know my mum had retired. But I love this dog so much. It's wild. I've gone through that same childhood thought you have where you like realize that they're not going to be here one day, and you just start crying. Well, this is just a dog, and he's not even my dog. So what the fuck are you crying about, bro? I don't know. I look at him, and I think, what do you want, bro? Just tell me. Please, I will sort it. I will try my best. Anything. If he falls asleep on me, I cannot wake him up. I just feel so bad. Looking at him, he's the cutest thing in the world when his eyes are closed. I have to get around it somehow, like the Hasids. Pull a lever, a marble rolls down a hill, bangs into a bell and wakes him up. Boom. It's not my fault. But it must be what new parents feel like, honestly. Thank God kids have to get to 3 before they can start stringing demands together. Because, if they came out of the womb calling for genocide, I think it'd be pretty hard to actually tell them no. Of course we'll exterminate an entire race. Oh, if you want. But, one thing about dogs is I can't speak to him in a high-pitched voice. I just can't bring myself to do it. And I think that's why he likes me so much. I think he respects it. I don't treat him like an idiot. I treat him like a man. And I think he thinks of me as like maybe his older brother or something. I hope he does anyway. I really hope he does. But also maybe he thinks of me as the retard that walks in once a week and maybe should stay in his lane before he gets bit. If you've got $1,000 of disposable income and, you fancy a challenge, get a puppy, honestly. Even if it's for 6 months and you get tired of it, give it them back. They love that. These dog breeders, they actually really love it because they love these dogs just as much as you. So you take it, enjoy him for 6 months and then go, oh, I don't know if I could. Take him back. Yeah. They'll go, oh, you brought him back. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, we'll have him. Yeah. We'll have him with his 60 other dogs we've got. Of course we will. So it's not really a risk at all. That's what I'm trying to say. listen, if you're a man, you've got to come to terms with the fact that you're going to die and no one's going to remember you. All right? So you got to stop making steps in your life to do that. All right? You can either go around the dark path of being remembered by getting on the news for doing some obscene criminal act, or you can go down the path of light, of the righteous man, and be remembered for great things, like being the first man to sit on a jar on the internet. Or you can just be in the middle of the road and accept that the only person that will truly ever look at you with love is your mom. Nobody else will. And you'll be lucky to be remembered. So try and get your name in writing somewhere.